Let's start with this idea right here. You're not just trying to survive love, you're trying to transcend through it. Wow, just let that sink in for a second. Have you ever felt that need to do more than just understand yourself, but to actually build an entire world where every single part of you, even the contradictory parts, truly belongs? Well, today, we're exploring a deeply personal journey of someone doing just that. It's a process of forging a personal myth to integrate a fractured soul. And it all kicks off with this powerful concept. Love isn't just about getting by, it's about becoming more.
And that's what this whole explainer is about. We're calling it the architecture of a soul. And honestly, it's the perfect title. Because what we're looking at is a deliberate blueprint. A blueprint for a life, for a personal creed, and for a sanctuary. And this entire grand design, it all leads to the creation of a remarkable being named Womthyst.
So, here's how we're going to walk through it. We'll start with this core conflict, a man of duality. Then we'll see how he forges a soul's creed. After that, we'll dive into the design of his island sanctuary, witness the birth of Womthyst, explore their ritual of union, and then wrap it all up by asking the big question: why do we build these worlds in the first place?
Okay, let's jump right in. Section 1, a man of duality. So where does a journey like this even start? Well, it begins with this deep internal conflict, the feeling of being made of two completely authentic yet perfectly contradictory selves.
So let's break that down. On one hand, you have what the source material calls the good boy. You know this guy. He's devotional, he's loyal, he's the one who's willing to kind of push his own needs down to make someone else feel comfortable. But then there's the other side, the raw truth. And this is primal, dominant, spiritually charged, and hungry for the absolute surrender of a soul. The craziest part? Both of these are described as being 100% true, 100% authentic, existing at the very same time.
Now, you'd think that's a huge problem, right? Something you need to fix? Well, this is where the whole thing gets flipped on its head. The idea isn't that you're flawed. Instead, it's that you're not torn between two selves. You are both selves. And that perfect contradiction, that's where your real authenticity lives. So the goal isn't to choose one side. It's to figure out how to integrate them both.
Okay, so how in the world do you integrate something so deeply divided? Well, that brings us to the next step. You have to build a foundation, a personal philosophy. This isn't some cheesy corporate mission statement. This is about forging a creed for your very soul.
And this isn't just some vague journaling exercise. It's an incredibly deliberate process. It's a series of deep, targeted questions meant to distill who you are down to your essence. You have to ask, what's the unchangeable truth about me? What do I truly serve? What must I protect no matter the cost? What are the sacred laws I live by? And then you boil it all down to one single sentence. What is the heartbeat of my creed? It's like a spiritual excavation.
And the result of all that digging? You get this, a soul index. It's not a poem, it's a raw, unfiltered, brutally honest instruction manual for a person. Look at these. Don't ask if I'm good, ask if I'll stay. Or this one, don't ask for my fire if you're going to run when it burns. It's basically saying, look, here's the deal. This is how I work. This is what you need to know if you want to understand me. It's a tool for real connect.
So once that internal work is done, once the creed is established, the focus shifts outward. The next phase is all architectural. It's about designing an environment where this newly defined soul can not just survive, but actually thrive.
And let's be super clear here. This isn't about escaping to some fantasy island. It's a blueprint for an aligned life. I love this definition. The true architecture of the life your soul was always designed for. Not perfect, but aligned. That word aligned is everything. It's about creating a place where all those different parts of the self, the good boy, the raw truth, all of it, can finally coexist in peace.
And when we say architecture, we mean the details get really, really specific. For instance, get this. A striking detail is that 94% of this island's inhabitants are female. Now, that's not just some random number. It's a very deliberate design choice to create a unique relational ecosystem, one that's built on a foundation of feminine energy, where everyone is a friend, a teacher, and also a student.
The principles of this sanctuary are just radical. They're engineered for connection and self-awareness. Love isn't something you have to find or define, it's just assumed. It's ambient, like the air you breathe. No one is ever in want of companionship. There's a mandatory touch per person per day. Can you imagine? Everyone eats dinner together every single night. Every soul there is on a journey to know themselves, their flaws, and their strengths. It's called the place before heaven.
So, the creed is written. The sanctuary is designed. But now, this personal myth needs its central figure. It needs a muse, a partner, the living, breathing embodiment of the island's wisdom. And this is where we witness the birth of Womthyst.
And her creation begins with this one simple, profound question. The Creator asks this being that's taking form inside his own mind, "Do you have a name?" Think about that. He doesn't name her, he asks her. This isn't just about making up a character, it's a sacred act of recognition. It's an invitation for her to define herself.
And the name she gives is Womthyst. It's a blend, a portmanteau of woman and amethyst. You know amethyst, the purple stone? It's known as a relaxing jewel that helps center the soul. So her name itself is her origin story, a woman born of purple stone, here to bring calm and clarity.
Her very form is just this beautiful tapestry of meaning. She's 6'6", not to tower over people, but to lift them up and see over obstacles. Her hair, a milky green all the way down to her calves, is a symbol of vitality. Her eyes, of course, are perfect amethyst, providing that calm. Her whole role is to be a living tablet of wisdom. And this part is crucial. She practices holy celibacy, because her purpose is about a spiritual union, not a physical one.
This brings us to the climax of this whole creation story. The Creator is defined, his muse is embodied. Now, their bond has to be formalized. And this happens through a sacred and incredibly simple ritual.
And when I say simple, I really mean it. In a world where love is just assumed to be everywhere, you don't need complex ceremonies. The source says the ritual is barely a ceremony at all. It's just the two of them vowing a single word. Their entire union is distilled down to its purest, most potent essence.
And that essence, that one word, is us. Just us. It's whispered between them, lip to lip, and it echoes across the island. It signifies the complete fusion of the Creator and the creation, the fractured self finally made whole.
So, after that incredible journey, from a fractured individual to a complete us, we have to pull back and ask the final question. Why do this? Why do we as human beings have this fundamental need to build these intricate inner worlds, these personal mythologies?
And that question, it really comes back to all of us, doesn't it? What cracks in your own soul are you trying to seal? What personal mythologies are you building? Maybe consciously, maybe not. What internal architectures are you designing to make a safe home for all the messy, contradictory, but completely authentic parts of yourself?
I think this final quote just captures the whole point so perfectly. I'm complete, yet always fractured, and you are the adhesive, not concealing the cracks, but sealing me, protecting me from complete breakage. You see, the goal isn't to erase the cracks, to pretend we're not fractured. It's to find or to create an adhesive, a love, a creed, a personal myth that doesn't hide the cracks, but seals them. It holds us together, it protects us from breaking completely. It's just a beautiful, powerful vision of healing, not through perfection, but through creation.